Folks, welcome. You are an IP company. We are here. I'm here with Kary Rubino. We're going to have an absolute blast. Kary, we're talking about the book. It's the relaunch. It's a big day. We have people jumping in. But first of all, huge congrats to you, my friend.
Yeah, congrats to you too. It's a very exciting day, and I think we're really thrilled about the relaunch.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The whole last 7 days, my team and we've done a real, I got to give some shout outs to Sheila, Tanisha, Melissa, but basically they've talked about why do a relaunch. And we even have people right now all the way from Spain. So I'm telling you, folks, we're going to be giving away some good gifts today. But Kary, it was time. It was time to relaunch it. I didn't think, well, when I approached you, let's talk about that first, because I can't help but giving value for people who are watching. So somebody might say that they want to co-write a book someday with somebody. Let's just talk about that first. So if anybody's watching and saying, well, gee, I might want to co-write a book. When I approached you a long time ago now, probably literally almost 2 years ago now, and I said, hey, do you want to co-write a book? What made you say yes? I know it was a big step, but what made you say yes, first of all? And maybe this will even help some people think about their own journey.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So I'd say, I think you're right. It was 2 years ago. And at the time, I was a little bit unsure just because I had a different project, a book
Sure.
project I was working on, and trying to get that wrapped up. But you made it such an easy and painless process that I'm really glad we did it, and I think we had a lot of fun writing it together too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'm just honored. We got a few people from Spain. I don't know. Spain's in the house today. So good job. But Kary, it is shocking to see that we worked on it, started 2 years ago, and then the book has come out, and it's just amazing. I kind of give you data once in a while, but like today, and probably for the last bunch of months, we are literally the number one best-selling book in all of patents, all of copyrights, all of trademarks, all of intellectual property. I think rather than saying, "Oh, it's because we're such good writers," I think the world's ready to start saying there has to be a better, faster, easier way to understand intellectual property. I mean, you look today in the news, Matthew McConaughey saying, look, us Hollywood actors, we have to rethink the way we are IP. We better start protecting ourselves because of deep fakes. We better start protecting our own IP so that we can license our voices and our acting. But I think when we started 2 years ago, there's been a massive shift. Don't you think in the
Oh
entire
yeah.
world?
Yeah, I'd say there's a huge shift, and I think in the past 2 years, we've seen all of these AI tools
Yes.
become so much more prevalent in society, where IP has become so much more important now than ever, and it's so much quicker, faster, cheaper to generate IP.
Yes.
So I think that's why too the book is, and the relaunch of the book is really such a priority for us, because we really want to teach people about IP, and especially entrepreneurs, the
Right.
way in which it can drive so much value to your business as well.
I love it. I love that people are waking up. I was in Indiana yesterday. I posted some pictures, but I literally visited a company called Invest who's doing amazing things. And Katie, it was so cool. Number one, that they had read our book. Number two, that they are waking up to the fact like, oh yeah, we help with wealth advising, but we're actually an IP company. And you're starting to see this. I don't care if people are HVAC companies, painting, landscaping, like blue collar, white collar. We have Danielle, who's a speaker, coach, trainer. People are jumping all over the place here today on multiple channels. But once you say that everyone, whether they realize it or not, is an IP company.
Right. Well, and I think that's what's so transformative too, is that people typically think of IP companies as super technologically savvy, very forward leaning, right? Pumping out tons of product. But I think what you've highlighted here is so great because it's not just those companies, it's, industries and businesses that maybe typically aren't the most technologically forward leaning. And I think that's what we try to really break down in the book is how even wealth management, right? Companies, tax accountants, right? All these very maybe service industry heavy professions are still generating tons of valuable IP.
I mean, even if some beautician, barbershop, nail, my daughters get like their nails done, acrylic nails, or I don't even know what they're called. But the point is, like, if you have a unique process, a differentiation, that is IP. Big shout out to Dr. Jackie. I mean, amazing. She's read the book. It changed her perspective. That's probably the biggest compliment, Katie, is when people read the book and it changes their mind. And, every company has a website. I mean, if they don't, I don't know how people find them. Every company has a logo. Every company has a brand. Brand is what Jeff Bezos says, what people say about you when you're outside the room. So, like, everybody has these assets that we've already hit, just a few out of the 45. And then to say, oh, you're not going to protect it and you're not going to then monetize it and leverage it. You know my story, Katie. Instant IP used to be called another name.
Right.
And I went through the hoops and protected it all. And we were 30 days away from getting the federal trademark. And then a multi-billion-dollar company comes out of the woodwork and says, oh, hey, that name that you think you have? Guess what? We're going to sue you, or you pay us licensing fees for the rest of your life, or you can rebrand. And I mean, I had a rebrand. And so, like, Danielle here, who created something called the Self Framework, and she protected it by instant IP. She's great. She defines herself as the lady on the internet who loves you. And she's all about, like, helping people that are broken and going through trauma. But don't you think it's smart that she protected her self framework?
Oh, yeah. Because I think that's too the whole purpose and message of the book is how can you act proactively, right? Because you don't want to be protecting your IP out of a place of reactivity where it's you're reacting because someone's threatening to sue you or somebody's already stolen your IP, right?
That's right.
If you can get ahead of it and be proactive, I think it just lends into confidence to then talk about it, share it, and know that it's secured.
Oh, this is so good. I got to highlight some of these people, Katie. You're right on it. Lori protected her books. We have an epic fantasy writer. Isn't this fun, Katie? Like, I don't even know some of these people, and they're amazing. Listen to this young lady. This young lady says that, and I know this story for a fact. She's in a town where she launched a bakery business, and people in her town started stealing all of her stuff, like the way she laid out this, the products, the services. And so she started putting her stuff on instant IP as a fence to say, look, this is not up for grabs. I'm taking myself seriously. And because she did, people started taking her seriously.
Yeah, I think that's a story. That's such a remarkable story. And I think it shows lends into that confidence factor, right?
Yeah.
If you know it's secured, you get so much greater confidence to then have it out on display, right? And if you do, this isn't legal advice, but if your IP is protected, then when somebody does steal it, rip it off, you then have confidence to go enforce it in, different avenues to pursue there.
I love it. I mean, you're hitting something that we teach here called the IP flywheel. And you bet, what do? We put that on instant IP so we can add the superscript. We put the lock. But what you said, Katie, is, and that here's what I would say, here's some teaching for everybody. Most businesses are publishing something like the recipes or the courses or the services. Like publishing is just bringing to life. Then most people then rush to promote and then naturally enjoy profit. So they go from clarity to credibility to capital. But once you add this protect piece in, you've seen it, Katie, I've seen it, it shoots up the confidence. You end up promoting with more passion and boldness, and then your capital goes up. Have you seen this happen?
All the time. Absolutely. Well, because the thing is, too, what most people don't realize is once you protect the IP, then it's an asset you can put on your balance sheet, right?
Oh, that's
So
great.
at that point, you've created a lot of inherent value
I
in your
love that.
business. And if you're just, a startup getting started, you're creating asset generation maybe before you've even reached a profit.
Wow. We're going to give away some prizes, Katie. Tanisha is the woman. She's amazing. So she's going to talk about this here, but I'm going to mention some of those, by the way, making sure I'm sharing this all over the place. Yep, we're live on Facebook. There we are. We're live on Twitter, sharing this all over the place. I'm going to share it to my personal profile too. But let's give away some gifts. People are here. And let's do that. Katie, what we're going to be giving away is Audible books. Okay. So I'm going to read some of those for everybody. We're going to be giving away Blockchain Life, the book that started it all. I had to learn about blockchain, Katie, before we wrote this one. We're giving away Day Job to Dream Job. We're giving away Elixir Project, my fiction book. Poetry is the Portal. Wrote a book on poetry. Show Up, Filled Up, Deeper Path. Your book is not a business card, and Your Secret Name. Tanisha's got all those, and all you need to do to get one of those, she's going to be picking random people here. Just share the live stream. Share the live stream and comment. If you want one of those books, I'll say them again. You can even name it. You can name it. Name it and claim it, Katie. We'll give them away. Blockchain, Day Job to Dream Job, Elixir Project, Poetry is the Portal, Show Up, Filled Up, Deeper Path, Your Book is Not a Business Card, or Your Secret Name. If you want one of those audiobooks, we're going to try to give away as many as possible. Who knows? Maybe everybody, if you want multiple, put them in. Tanisha is going to basically email her, but you gotta post. You gotta post and share why. We want to spread the word. We're going to be giving away a grand prize here in a moment. Masterclass writing course, how to get published for free, $497 value. These are just gifts that Katie and I said, you know what, let's bless people today. So again, share the Facebook, share the Twitter, share the YouTube, comment, whatever you want, and we'll try to get you some free gifts today. So Katie, I'm going to talk about what, Danielle wants the look at this. You got some friends, Katie. The wife experts giving some shout outs to you. We got this dude's name. Oh, it's so good. He says it sounds like lemonade. So I think it's Janaid. I'm big into pronunciation. He loved the book. But yeah, folks, just tell us what book you want. We'll get you the audio book. And Katie, how has your life changed? This is your first time author. There's going to be some people who are authors, first-time authors watching this, maybe they want to do a book. What doors has this opened besides you giving some Christmas presents to your family?
Yeah, no, I think probably the biggest door opener is, it's kind of a funny story, but I have a client that I met um, who lives on the West Coast, and I didn't know she was a part of Strategic Coach.
Okay.
That's not how I met her. And she got the book as a member of Strategic Coach, and
Nice.
she like called me and said, "Oh my gosh, this book has been so helpful." And it was just that I said, "Where did you get the book?" Like, I didn't know where she had found the book or even knew how I had written the book. And she said, "Oh, I got it in Strategic Coach." And so it was just a really funny situation that happened. And I think it's just been great that clients and people I don't even know have reached out to tell me that the book has really been helpful in framing up their thinking about IP in their companies.
That's so good. Probably what's been the biggest surprise to me, Katie, has been the lawyers. Okay. So I love lawyers. I really do. I love IP lawyers. Certain IP lawyers, I'll speak for them. They don't like the book, maybe because it's disruptive. I haven't gotten a ton of that. I've gotten a lot of secret readers. I've gotten a lot of the USPTO, um, reading the book. So what do you think about all that?
Oh, yeah. I'd say, there's always a mix of reviews with everything in life. Nobody ever is 100%, and that's
Sure,
okay.
sure.
But I think for the first time entrepreneur, or even the serial entrepreneur who maybe hasn't extracted the value out of their business through their IP, I
Okay.
think it's a great way to serve that purpose and provide a lot of feedback and assistance and help frame up their mindset, right? Because I think the way in which we laid out the book and the way in which we wrote the book was to demonstrate through a set of 12 different examples of companies that aren't maybe thought of as IP companies,
That's
to
right.
showcase how transformative IP could be. And I think that's where, through that, you learn a lot of lessons about it,
That's
and
right.
it helps you frame up your own mindset in your own business.
Katie, I got to share some positives of me co-writing with you because I'll tell you what, I don't know. She's the professional IP person. I'm the practitioner. And I think that's actually why the book's resonating with so many people. I think that's why it's the number one book in all trademark patents, copyrights, and intellectual property. Because people are like, you know what? Katie's a genius. I don't mind saying that. It's true. It's true. Some people are saying Katie's a genius. She knows what she's talking about from the legal standpoint. And I hope what I've heard is that people are saying, but Kary's an entrepreneur, and
Yep.
he's saying it how it is, and like we got to get to the practical, and we got to like hear real stories. So I'm going to share with people the table of contents. I would encourage everybody, like we're going to share in a moment how you can actually come to Boston with Katie and I. It's pretty cool story. But Katie, we talk about IP in general, and I think a lot of people are liking this whole like, hey, hidden Rembrandt thing. You got hidden gold in your attic type of thing. But then, yeah, we got Taylor Swift, we got Krispy Kreme, we got Strategic Coach, EOS, CrossFit, SeedSpark, Fortnite, Disney, Lego, Dr. Pepper, Apple, and Magnolia. I mean, Magnolia, you ask most people, is Magnolia an IP company? They're going to be like, no. But then you start getting into it and like, absolutely. And that's why they're positioned to be the leader that they are is because they took their IP seriously. What about all these, Katie, maybe were interesting to you? Like maybe you didn't think about it, or what one is kind of your favorite?
Yeah, I think probably one of my favorites is the Magnolia one, just because people know about that couple from HGTV, right? But you don't really, you think about them as an actor, right? As being on a TV reality show fixing
Sure.
up homes, but maybe not as a company that has multiple revenue streams coming from their IP. And I think it's a great demonstration on the diversification of IP holdings and how you can be very strategic and intentional about how you set things up from the beginning. Because I think that's also a point where sometimes entrepreneurs miss the mark, in that they're so hyper focused on growing their business and working in the business
Yeah.
that they don't see the bigger picture of the future. And so in the beginning, when it's maybe a little bit easier to set things up differently, they lose sight of that. And so I think that's something that I hope more people take away, is just how to be a little bit more strategic from an early stage.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, on those 12 steps, which is what the entire book is based on. By the way, we're going to give everybody today, everybody's going to get a huge gift. The course. The course retails at $1,997. We're going to give everyone today, everybody, the course for free. Here's the only ask. My only ask is, if you like it, the book, this concept, tell people. Tell people, spread the word. That is the goal. Do not hide the secret. There's the free course for everybody. Katie, there's some people that want to show up in Boston. We're going to go in right next door. I mean, literally, you're in your office. I think the window behind you, we're going to be in the conference room. This is the skyscrapers. I cannot wait. We actually have a guy, no joke, that just emailed me. I'm going to read you the email.
Oh, great.
Kary, if I can get out to Boston, I want to. The opportunity to spend time with Chad, Katie, and you makes sense. Please let me know how to sign up in the location. I'm just going to say his first name, Matthew. This came in 5 minutes ago. So here's the point, Katie. We have a special opportunity for people to jump in if they want to go to Boston. This is instantip.today/bulk, instantip.today/bulk. Sounds like Matthew's one of the people. So we have 11 left. But again, that is, get a couple hundred copies of the book, which is amazing. Spread them, sell them, give them away, have your company read them, whatever. But Boston, we're talking you, me, Chad Jenkins, in the skyscraper. Breakfast is included, lunch is included. We're going to help you protect your IP. You're going to get a free month of the IP lab as well. You're going to get 5 instant IP credits. All the details are there. But I've been to Boston now twice to spend time with you. We're going to be giving a podcast for Harvard on May 21st. And May 20th, we said, hey, let's open it up. What's going to excite you, Katie, about having 12 people in the room, in the conference room, in the skyscraper, in Boston, harvesting their IP? What kind of lights you up about that?
Yeah, I think probably what is most exciting for that is the energy in the room when you have a group of entrepreneurs together. It's always really exciting because being an entrepreneur is very challenging, right? There's nobody who can fix your problems. It all is on your shoulders to figure it out. And so it can also be very isolating too, because other people who aren't entrepreneurs don't get it. And they're like, why are you so focused on your business all the time?
Sure.
But I think what's so great about when you bring entrepreneurs together is they can learn so much from one another, because no matter what kind of industry they're in, they're going to be facing a lot of the same challenges and problems.
Mm.
And they can feed off each other and also have a very deep sense of community, because there's other people going through these same shared experiences, and they just are able to take so much from these sort of gatherings together.
I love that. I love that. That's so true. Fully agree. That's why
Well, and I think, Kary, you saw it too, even at the book conference we were at, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because it was all authors.
Nick Hutchinson.
And there's so many challenges with authorship right now with AI.
Anthropic,
right?
yeah, stealing.
Anthropic, and digital books versus print. And that was such a great day at the Book Thinkers conference, because everybody was cheering each other on, everybody was learning from each other, and there was so many great takeaways from the speakers that day.
I'm gonna drop in because I'll be back in June on that. I'm gonna drop that in for my friend Nick. I'm glad you mentioned that. So this is June in Boston for authors, and Tanisha, tag Nick Hutchinson if you don't mind doing that. That would be amazing, because we want to share that. So we have 3 minutes left, Katie. I'm going to tell people all the value they're going to get. So everybody who said they want an audiobook, here's what you got to do now. For free, email support@igniting-souls.com. Support@igniting-souls.com. I'm going to put a screenshot. Katie, I don't even care if people say they want 3 or 4. I don't care. We're gonna make it happen.
That's good. Yeah, the more the merrier.
We're gonna give away. So if you want Blockchain Life, Day Job to Dream Job, Elixir Project, that's amazing. Oh my gosh, Elixir Project. I have Heather Master. She's the reader on that. Poetry is the portal. Show up, filled up. Deeper path. Your book is not a business card. Your secret name. Tell us what ones you want. Email support@igniting-souls.com. Tanisha is a gem. She'll send you some free codes. In addition to that, don't forget the bonus course. Again, all Katie asks is you just spread the word. Like, let's help people. Let's help people in the age of AI. This is where you get your course free. And then if you want to join Katie and I in Boston, go to instantip.today/bulk. instantip.today/bulk. Tag somebody who needs to be here. Don't worry, Elizabeth, you're outside the US. Don't worry about the audiobook issue. We'll get you the free course. Danielle loves the book show up, filled up. Awesome. So glad. Katie, I got to say thanks for all your help. I mean, it's tough to pick my favorite book out of the 14. I really think this is my favorite one.
Me too. Yeah. I think it's so great. And I want to say thank you to you too, because you really were so encouraging about the book project and so supportive of it. And that summer we wrote the book, we were on Zoom on Saturday afternoons all the time, and it was like such a fun experience. It really was fun.
I got a little writing porch, and I have to lay down when I write because I just think better. So yeah, it's like the birds were out, we were crushing the book, and it's awesome. So yeah, I see more exciting things happening, folks. This is the book on IP and the instantip.app. I didn't even share that yet. Everybody today gets a free smart contract. Protect your first idea free. Again, folks, you can see, I hope you can hear our hearts. Like, we're trying to get this out. You gotta value yourself. You gotta protect your stuff. And instantip.app, super easy. And Katie, we just crossed 3,300 people have protected with Instant IP.
I love it. It's just the beginning.
All right, everybody, go make it be a fantastic day. You have a ton of value inside you. God's given you great ideas, but you got to protect them and take yourself seriously. So make it a great day. We'll see you. Thanks for joining the relaunch party.
Bye.